They told you it was just age, that losing strength in the bedroom, feeling disconnected from your partner, and waking up tired and frustrated every morning was just how life goes after 60. But they were wrong, and that lie has stolen years of confidence from men just like you. I'm Dr. James. I've spent over 30 years helping men reclaim their health, their energy, and their intimate lives without pills, painful treatments, or shame. And what I've discovered is that most men don't need more medication. They need better blood flow. Here's what most people never hear. The loss of intimacy isn't about desire, it's about circulation. And yes, even at 60, 70, or 80, your body can still respond like it used to, if you know how to unlock it. That's why in this video, I'm going to show you one simple drink you can take every night before bed for just 7 days that has the power to restore your blood flow, your energy, and your confidence in the bedroom. It's safe, it's natural, and it works with your body, not against it. And in just a moment, I'll reveal the exact ingredients and why they're specifically designed to help men over 60. But before we get to that, I need to show you something almost every man gets wrong when trying to fix this problem, and it's probably holding you back without you even knowing it. Before we continue, if you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe and turn on the bell, so you'll always have access to clear, honest health advice made specifically for men over 60. And if this video speaks to you, just type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and let me know how I can serve you better. This channel is for you, and I'm here to help. So let's start with the truth, because you deserve to hear it plainly. What's really happening inside your body as you age? Why does blood flow slow down, and why does it affect not just your energy, but your confidence in the most personal moments of your life? The answer isn't complicated, but no one is talking about it the way they should. Let me walk you through what's actually going on inside your blood vessels after 60 and why that matters more than you think. 1. The truth about aging and blood flow. I've sat across from thousands of men in my clinic, strong, intelligent men, who lean forward in their chairs and quietly ask, "Doc, what's happening to me?" And every time I tell them the same thing, it's not your fault. What you're feeling isn't weakness, it's biology. As we age, something silent but powerful begins to change inside our bodies. Blood vessels, especially the smallest, most sensitive ones, start to narrow. They lose flexibility. Circulation becomes sluggish, and the places that require the most delicate blood flow, your heart, your brain, and yes, your penis, are the first to feel the difference. You might not notice it at first. Maybe it's taking a little longer to get aroused. Maybe you feel tired after intimacy instead of energized. Or maybe it's the frustration of trying and failing to perform the way you used to. Most men blame themselves. Some blame their partner, but the real reason is that your blood is simply not flowing like it used to. And without good blood flow, nothing else works. Not energy, not confidence, not connection. But here's the part that most men never hear. This is not permanent. Your body wants to heal. It wants to flow. You just have to give it the right support. That's where this drink comes in. Because what if I told you that something as simple as what you drink before bed could help reopen those blood vessels and bring you back to life one night at a time? Let me show you how it works. If you're still here and this message is resonating with you, just type the number 1 in the comments to let me know you're with me. I truly appreciate knowing who's taking this journey seriously. Now let's keep going and move into the second point. 2. The power of one drink, why it works. I remember one patient in particular, Robert, 68 years old. He sat in my office defeated. His marriage had grown distant, not from lack of love, but from the slow erosion of physical connection. He looked me in the eyes and said, "If I could just feel normal again, I'd do anything." I told him the truth. He didn't need to do everything. He just needed to start with one simple thing, a nightly drink that could help his body remember how to circulate blood again. Most people think fixing blood flow requires medication, surgeries, or drastic lifestyle overhauls, but the body doesn't always need extreme measures. Sometimes it just needs a gentle nudge in the right direction. This drink works because it speaks the language of your blood vessels. It delivers natural compounds that trigger your body's own production of nitric oxide, a molecule that signals your arteries to relax, expand, and let blood flow freely again. When that happens, everything changes. Warmth returns to your hands and feet, energy builds instead of fading, and the blood starts flowing where it's needed most, without force, without stress, without side effects. And here's what's incredible. The ingredients in this drink aren't exotic or hard to find. They're simple. They're natural. And when used in the right way, at the right time, before bed, they can help your body do what it was designed to do all along. Now you're probably wondering what exactly is in this drink. What combination of ingredients could possibly have that kind of effect, especially in just 7 nights? You're about to find out. And I think you'll be surprised by just how powerful nature can be when we use it wisely. 3. What's in the drink? The doctor-approved ingredients. When I first began recommending this drink to my older male patients, I knew it had to be simple. No exotic powders or strange pills, just real, natural ingredients that actually work with the body, not against it. I wanted it to feel like something your grandfather might have known, but that science is finally catching up with. And now, years later, I've seen the results over and over again. The look in a man's eyes when he walks in a week later, stands a little taller and says, "Doc, I feel like myself again." So what's in this drink? First, we start with beetroot powder. It's more than just a colorful root vegetable. It's a powerhouse of natural nitrates. These nitrates convert to nitric oxide, the key to relaxing and widening blood vessels. For men over 60, it's like opening a blocked highway and letting traffic flow again. Next, we add fresh lemon juice. It's not just for flavor. Lemon supports blood vessel health, reduces inflammation, and enhances the absorption of nutrients, helping everything else in the drink work even better. And finally, just a pinch of cayenne pepper. I know that might sound strange, but this gentle spice contains capsaicin, which naturally stimulates circulation. It brings warmth, life, and flow back into the areas where men need it most. Mixed together in warm water, these 3 simple ingredients create something remarkable. A natural remedy that works quietly as you sleep, helping you wake up with more energy, more confidence, and more control. But knowing the ingredients is just the beginning. Now let me show you exactly how to make this drink part of your nightly routine, step by step, so you get the best results in the shortest time possible. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, go ahead and type the number 1 in the comments to let me know you're here and engaged. It means a lot to know this is reaching the right men. Now let's continue with point number 4. 4. How to make it. The 60-second routine. You don't need to be a health expert or a chef to prepare this drink. In fact, one of the reasons my patients love it is because it fits easily into their life. No pills to remember, no complicated timing, just a simple ritual before bed, like brushing your teeth but for your circulation. And once it becomes part of your routine, it feels less like a chore and more like a quiet act of self-respect. Here's how you make it. Start with a small glass of warm water, about 6 to 8 ounces. Not boiling, just warm enough to help everything dissolve and absorb easily. Add 1 teaspoon of beetroot powder. Make sure it's pure and organic if possible, no added sugar or fillers. Then squeeze in the juice of half a fresh lemon. Stir it well. Finally, add a small pinch of cayenne pepper, just enough to feel a gentle warmth in the back of your throat. Stir the drink one last time and sip it slowly. Don't chug it. Give your body time to receive it. As the ingredients begin working from the inside, you may feel a light warmth, a calming sensation, even a little more clarity as you settle in for the night. That's your blood moving again. That's your body remembering. Repeat this every night just before bed for 7 days. And while it may feel like a small action, it sends a big message to your body. You're ready to function, to heal, to thrive. But for this drink to truly work, there's one critical mistake you need to avoid. Something many men unknowingly do that completely blocks their results. Let's talk about that next. 5. What you must avoid during this week. Now, I need to be honest with you, this drink is powerful, but it doesn't work in a vacuum. If you're serious about restoring your blood flow and confidence, you have to stop doing the things that quietly sabotage your progress. I've seen far too many men follow the drink routine faithfully, but unknowingly cancel out the benefits with habits that damage their circulation. Think of it this way. You're trying to unclog and strengthen your blood vessels. But if you're still flooding your body with the very things that clog and inflame those vessels in the first place, you're taking one step forward and two steps back. So here's what to avoid, just for these 7 days, though I hope you'll stick with it long after. First, stay away from processed meats like bacon, sausage, and deli slices. They're packed with sodium and preservatives that stiffen the arteries. Second, cut down on refined sugars, especially in the evening. Sugar inflames your blood vessels and interrupts your nitric oxide production. And third, skip alcohol at night. I know a glass of wine can feel relaxing, but it disrupts blood flow and sleep quality, which are both crucial for healing. Instead, choose whole foods, leafy greens, olive oil, fresh water, and rest. Give your body the clean space it needs to respond to this drink and do what it was made to do. Because when your system is clear and this drink starts working, you're going to notice changes, and they may come sooner than you think. In fact, many of my patients have shared what happens night by night, and you might be surprised by how quickly your body begins to come alive again. Let's take a closer look. 6. Why this matters and why you deserve it. Sometimes the hardest part of getting older isn't the physical changes. It's the quiet emotional toll that comes with them. I've spoken with men who haven't felt like themselves in years. They smile on the outside, keep going for their families, for work, for everyone else. But inside, they feel a sense of loss, not just in energy or performance, but in identity. That deep, unspoken pride in being a strong, capable man. If that sounds like you, I want you to know this. You are not alone, and more importantly, you are not broken. The loss of blood flow and bedroom confidence doesn't make you less of a man. It simply means your body needs support, and the good news is it still knows how to respond when you give it the right tools. That's why this drink, though simple, is so meaningful. It's not just about circulation, it's about restoration, of power, of intimacy, of self-respect. You deserve to feel proud of your body again, to experience closeness without hesitation, to wake up with energy and end the day with connection, not disappointment. You've worked hard your whole life. You've carried responsibilities. And now this next chapter, this season, is about reclaiming what's been slowly slipping away. And if you still have doubts about whether this actually works, I understand. That's why I want to walk you through what many men report during each of the 7 nights. The small changes, the surprising shifts. The quiet return of something they thought was gone for good. Let's take it night by night. 7. What to expect night by night. One of the most common questions I get is, when will I start to feel a difference? And I always tell my patients the same thing. Your body has its own rhythm, but when you give it the right support, it often responds faster than you'd expect. That's the beauty of this nightly drink. It doesn't push or force your body. It gently reminds it how to function the way it used to. On the first night or two, many men feel something subtle, a bit more warmth in the hands or feet, a deeper sleep, a sense of calm they haven't had in a while. It's small, but it's the beginning of flow returning. By night 3 or 4, they often tell me they wake up less during the night and they feel something they haven't felt in a long time. Firmness in the morning, not forced, but natural. They say it feels like their body is finally showing up again. Around night 5 or 6, there's often a shift in confidence, a renewed desire to be close to their partner, a sense of energy that lasts longer than it used to. And by the 7th night, the stories I hear are powerful. Men feeling present again, emotionally and physically. Some say they haven't felt that kind of intimacy in years. But while these 7 days can create a powerful spark, there's one final thing you need to understand if you want to make that spark last. It's the most common mistake men make, and it's the reason so many give up just when they're about to experience real change. Let's talk about that next. 8. Bonus: the number one mistake most men make. After helping thousands of men reclaim their health and intimacy, I can tell you with certainty there's one mistake I see more than any other, and it's not laziness or lack of motivation. In fact, it usually comes from men who are trying really hard to turn things around. The mistake? Giving up too soon. I understand the frustration. You want results, and you want them now. You've tried things before, maybe supplements, maybe medications, and when they didn't work fast enough, you tossed them aside and moved on. That mindset is common, especially for men who've spent their whole lives solving problems quickly. But your body doesn't work on a stopwatch. It works on consistency, on trust, on rhythm. I've seen men start this nightly drink and expect fireworks by the second day, and when it doesn't happen immediately, they assume it's just another empty promise. But those who stick with it, even for just 7 full nights, are often the ones who come back to me with surprise in their voices. Because the shift didn't come like a lightning bolt. It came like a steady return, a quiet strength rebuilding. The truth is, your body wants to heal. It wants to circulate blood freely again. It wants to connect, to perform, to feel alive, but it needs your patience. This isn't about a miracle, it's about momentum, and if you can trust that process, you'll be amazed at what 7 nights can awaken. Now that you know what to avoid, what to expect, and how to stay the course, let's bring it all together so you can take action tonight and start feeling like yourself again. 9. Final message from doctor to man. If you've made it this far, it tells me something important. You care. You care about your health, your body, your energy, your connection. And maybe somewhere inside, you still believe what I've believed for decades, that aging doesn't mean fading. It means adapting, learning, and fighting for what matters most. We've talked about a lot in this video. We uncovered the real reason blood flow weakens after 60. Not because you're broken, but because your vessels need help opening again. You learned about a simple drink that works with your body, not against it, combining beetroot, lemon juice, and a touch of cayenne to gently restore circulation from the inside out. You saw how just 60 seconds a night can set the stage for 7 days of change. We also covered what to avoid during this week, foods and habits that can quietly block your progress, and how the real transformation comes when you give your body both support and space to respond. Most of all, I hope you heard something deeper in this message. You are not past your prime. You are not too late. You are not alone. You are a man who still deserves vitality, strength, and intimacy. And those things are not gone. They're simply waiting to be reawakened. So tonight, I hope you'll take that first small step. Mix the drink, sip it slowly, and as you do, remember, this isn't just about blood flow. It's about reclaiming the version of yourself you thought you had to leave behind. You didn't. He's still there, and it's time to bring him back. If this video spoke to you, if it helped you feel seen, understood, and maybe even a little more hopeful, I'd be honored if you take a moment to support the message. Please give it a like so more men over 60 can find this information without shame or confusion. Leave a comment below and let me know what part of this resonated with you most. Or simply type, "I'm starting tonight," if you're ready to take that first step. I read every message, and your words matter, not just to me, but to the entire community of men going through this same season of life. If you know someone, a brother, a friend, a neighbor, who might need to hear this, please share the video. You never know whose life you might quietly change with one small gesture. And if you'd like to support the creation of more content like this, there's a donation link below. Your contribution helps keep these videos honest, independent, and focused on what truly matters: your health, your strength, and your confidence as a man. Thanks for being here. I'm Dr. James, and I'm with you every step of the way.